The best back in bodybuilding history. Who has it? We're talking about the biggest, the widest, the most detailed, grainy granite back ever built by human hands. And the name behind it is Dorian Yates. The muscles in the back are the hardest to find, the hardest to see, and the hardest to connect with.
It's like building a house. If you do perfect training and everything, maybe that's one brick on your wall. So I used to think every time I go to the gym, I'm putting a brick on my wall.
But once you master that connection, once you discipline yourself and focus your mind, you become a more complete, more powerful athlete.
It's not about one day or one workout, right? It's about the long run.
In this session, Dorian hits back and rear delts on the same day. He starts with seated machine pullovers, one of the most iconic old-school back movements. You barely see people doing this anymore. And most gyms don't even have the machine today. But this exercise gives a perfect full range of motion for the back, from top to bottom.
Total lat isolation with no biceps. There is on any exercise that can really do it.
Dorian sits upright on the machine, chest high, gripping the handles with an underhand hold. Elbows rest firmly on the pads, hands shoulder width apart. He extends his arms over his head, not locked out, bringing the handle directly above his chest. That's the starting position.
I'm not pulling from here, I'm just kind of resting. I'm driving through these pads, yeah?
He has that unique Dorian rhythm. Rep after rep, pumping blood into the lats, keeping constant tension, and at the end of each rep, he holds and squeezes, posing hard to contract every fiber. That tension, that control, that's what made his back legendary. He's doing 8 reps for 3 sets here, and with every set, the weight gets heavier. By the final set, he's got around 10 plates loaded on, and he still doesn't back down. Those last 3 reps, absolutely insane. Pure grit, pure pain. And his training partner pushes him beyond the limit. The energy, the intensity, the motivation, it's on another level.
That's the one. That's the one. That's it. Good. Woo. Strong set.
Next, Dorian moves to the underarm high to low machine row, one of the most effective exercises for building the lats. He drives the weight down fast on the concentric and controls it slowly on the way up.
And also to get a real contraction on the lats, if you see, it needs to be like, not here, it needs to be here. That's why you get more range of motion than a wider grip, yeah?
At the bottom, he holds the contraction and squeezes hard, forcing every fiber to fire.
And when we get here, we're going to pause and slightly arch, and you're going to feel the lats like, that's what you should feel.
He performs 6 to 8 reps per set, and by the final reps, the intensity is off the charts. Just 2 brutal sets, straight to failure. Training lats is all about rhythm. You've got to feel the back, and that mind-muscle connection doesn't come easy.
Power, power, always feel the muscle. Don't just move the weight.
With perfect rhythm, Dorian moves heavy weight in a way that forces growth. And he doesn't care how it looks or what anyone thinks. He screams, he grinds, and he focuses on one thing: building massive size.
It's the intensity that you have to put into it, not the volume. If it was the volume, I would be in the gym all day. I was best professional bodybuilder in the world. Whatever it required, I would have done it. But it doesn't require. Bodybuilding is not an endurance sport. It's short, intense training. An overload.
The third exercise is the heavy barbell row, a true mass builder that works the entire back. This movement lets you focus deeply and target every inch of your back muscles.
More up here, bend knees. Ball's going to come right out of your knees into your waist. The important thing is not bend the knees and not do this as well.
Dorian starts with 3 plates per side, grips the bar and drives through each rep with raw power. He explodes the weight up for about 6 reps, keeping perfect rhythm. Tension never leaving his back.
Lock it up. You've got to keep your form tight the whole time.
Then, without hesitation, he adds a 4th plate and takes it to another level. Then Dorian moves to the Isolateral row machine, hitting one arm at a time. One of the best exercises for isolating and fully concentrating on the back. He pulls the weight back with power and control, targeting the lats to build that wide, thick look.
Stretch your shoulders forward, then pull them back. Bring it back, squeeze hard, and flex that back.
He sits tall, chest up, grabs the handle tight, and just drives it back. Every rep with rhythm, every rep with focus. You can see it on his face, pure intensity. He's got over 5 plates on there, moving serious weight. And you can tell he's in the zone.
When I started, my training was 3 times a week for an hour. When I was Mr. Olympia, it was maybe 4 times a week for an hour. So I'm Mr. Olympia, the best bodybuilder in the world, and I didn't spend more than 4 hours a week lifting weights. It's like a meditation. If you're deep into training, you forget about everything else. You forget about your job, your bills, your relationship, whatever. You're just in the workout.
Then Dorian moves on to rear delts, using a lying rear delt fly machine. It's a rare piece of equipment, but it hits the rear delts like nothing else. Every bit of weight he's moving goes straight into those rear delts. Full focus, full burn.
Hold it on the way back. Squeeze. You put everything you have.
Everyone talks about having a wide, thick back. But listen, the rear delts are what complete that look. If you don't train them hard, you'll never have that full, balanced back or shoulders. He pushes the weight up with power and control, keeping all the tension locked on the rear delts, the muscles that give the back that wide, thick appearance. So you've got to push hard, keep the rhythm, and feel the muscle working. And when it starts to burn, that's when you don't stop. That's when you keep going. Now Dorian moves on to free weights, a true classic. The bent-over dumbbell rear delt fly. Once again, he's hammering the rear delts, but this time with a twist. He doesn't just do it one way, he hits the muscle from different angles to attack every fiber. Here, Dorian uses his famous DY hit training style, taking each set all the way to absolute failure. He explodes the weight up with power with no weak reps, no babying the weight. He believes in attacking the weight, pushing until there's nothing left. And here he's doing it with 95-pound dumbbells. Pure intensity. He keeps that weight moving, keeps the blood pumping deep into the muscle. That's how you make the rear delts look full and round.
This is good, man. Come on. Keep pulling. Do it again. Yes. Good. That's the one.
And you can see it here after the exercise. The rear delts are pumped, swollen, and popping out like crazy.
What was the main drive? The main drive was, I am not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning. And I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I'm going to change my life with bodybuilding. Quickly, I got very successful.
Dorian never forgets to hit every part of the back. Now he's doing 90-degree hip extensions, not your regular ones. He adds extra weight on his back to make it even more brutal and effective. Rep after rep, you can see the intensity in his face. At the top of each movement, he holds for a second and squeezes the lower back as hard as he can. That's the secret behind his insane Christmas tree detail. You can feel that deep burn, but you've got to keep that mind-muscle connection locked in. This movement sets your lower back on fire, tight, dense, and ready for those back poses. When you pull your arms back on stage, that Christmas tree explodes with muscle fibers. That's the secret. Big squeeze, big pump, big back. You've got to train hard. At the end of his workout, Dorian finishes with deadlifts, the ultimate finisher. This movement hits the entire body and builds raw power like nothing else. It's a classic exercise that never fails to make you bigger, stronger, and tougher. He lifts with power and rhythm, starting with 70 kilos per side, then moving up to 90. When he goes down, he doesn't touch the floor, just short, controlled reps to keep constant tension on the back. That control, that tension, that's the secret to growth. Every rep pushes him closer to failure, and that's exactly where Dorian lives. Right on the edge of pain and progress.
Good set.